and died, but God brought her back to life. I mean, this woman would come to Charleston, South Carolina, and she would rise up off the ground in the air.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of David E. Taylor Full Frontal Exposure 2.0, where your opinion is a lie. And what we got here, this is an actual live that David's running right now, which is an actual rerun of a live. It's a live rerun. I'm going to go ahead and throw some live commentary on it because this is his doomsday prophecy to America. So David is indeed a doomsday cult, and this is just proof. So let's check it out here.
I mean, she had this addresses. I saw unspeakable stuff. And I was like, I gotta have this.
Wish a Karen would.
I remember one night.
Smash that like. This is a live commentary.
She had a service, and all of a sudden, Michael and Gabriel came and stood by her. See this.
Look at David's keys to the kingdom right on the middle of his chest. He's like, I got the keys to the kingdom, okay? Nobody else has them but me. Only I have the keys to the kingdom. Nobody else can have them.
This is where I started to get this thing with Jesus stand on
Good
the
morning,
stage.
Amy.
See, I didn't know Jesus or God could come down and do that because I was thinking only angels could do that. She says, Michael and Gabriel just stood here, and the moment they came,
like, look at this fucking look at this clown. I mean, he's got these keys.
All of her ushers, they just fell out under the power. No one could get near her.
Right there, right in the middle of his cleric's outfit. He's got a pair of keys. He's up here talking about, the keys to the kingdom. Guess what? They're right here, and you can have them. They're all mine. Morning, Shauna Lloyd, Cutlass Supreme. Good morning. David's running a live. It's a rerun of a live rerun, whatever you want to call it, but it's not new content. But he's running it as a live. And I figure if he's gonna run new commentary, I'm gonna run commentary on it just to keep everybody in the loop.
Without falling out, it was a force field. There was a drunk man that came.
David's like, my force field is around McDonald's.
That came in. It was about 300 of us there. The drunk man came in. He said, I bet you I can break through it. He stood up. She says, well, come on, try to.
David's all, my magic burger force field will break through it.
He went to the back of the door. And he rushed and ran. When he got in 10 feet distance, power hit him and he fell out. No one could get near her. I mean, it was.
The people you see here aren't here anymore. The cult isn't this big anymore. Just FYI. Not nearly as many people as there was before.
It was a sovereign glory. I had never heard of stuff like that, never seen it. And I was like, I gotta have that.
But good morning to everybody. Glad y'all could stop in and enjoy the show for a little bit and listen to David's. Like, this is the stuff that YouTube is allowing to continue on the platform, right? Even though we report it, right, as spam and misleading and mass advertising, they still continue for the content to be put out on YouTube, right? So I mean, I might as well do commentary to it, right? The fucking garbage bad looking.
And then when I read Pastor Benny's book,
right,
like I said, all
Supreme.
this was adding on top of this. These was coming years later. But this evangelist who told me about this book,
they are garbage bags.
She says, David, come here. She says,
don't call him David.
Tonight when you were preaching, I'm back at the church now. I'm back at when I was preaching to church after the message was over. She said, come here. She says, I dreamed this whole service last night.
Ooh. Oh.
Now, mind you, I was seeking God for 3 days in that closet, asking him for that glory cloud that was around Catherine, her face shining. Like I said,
this is where it's like he's using somebody else's bullshit to validate himself. He's like, oh, Catherine Kuhlman was there and she validated all this for me. Even though I wasn't even alive, Catherine Kuhlman validated me by then.
That's just like Moses had. I said,
yeah, he's speaking of the realm, of what realm he's from. He's from the outer world realm. That's where he's from. He's from the outer world realm. He makes this up as he goes, Lord Pender. Yeah, he does, man. Hell yeah, dude. This is like, I don't know, man. He could be on like Whose Line Is It Anyways, like the religious version of Whose Line Is It Anyways, right?
I want that. I want God to be in my life like that. She says, let me tell you what I saw in a dream. Let me tell
us.
you.
Tell us.
I said, what did you see?
Ooh.
Lift your hands in the Holy Ghost.
Oh, amen.
Say, Lord, open my eyes because what I'm about to tell you is amazing.
Ooh.
She said these words to me. She says, I saw this whole service. You up there pacing back and forth, preaching like you normally do.
Watch here.
She says, in the dream, I heard that deacon, he was yelling. I said, he was yelling in the dream. She says, yes, just like he was in this service. And she said, you will give.
David says, most of my love affairs happen in the closet, and most of those love affairs are usually between a bag of Burger King and a bag of McDonald's, and I can't choose which love affair is worse, McDonald's or Burger King. I just don't know. It's such a tough choice. I don't know which one to choose. Burger King or the Golden Arch. The Golden Arch is so delicious, and their chicken McNuggets are just to die for, but the Burger King, he's the one true king. I don't know which one to obey.
Given a very important message. And she said, I said in the dream, as I was sitting there in the dream, America got to hear this.
Ooh.
She says, everybody around the world got to hear this message.
Let's hear it. Let's hear the
And
message.
she says, but the thing is, she says, in the dream, you had this cloud around you.
And it was probably a cloud of fucking gas and nauseous fumes. Smash that like. It was a big cloud because I just farted like when I was in the deposition. Only it wasn't a cloud like everybody else was thinking.
And your face was shining through the cloud.
Ooh.
While you were preaching. I started crying. And then she says, while you were preaching, she says, I saw that cloud around you and your face was shining.
It's funny how he's like mentioning somebody that's dead that's not even there to validate it. He's like, well, she was there, but she's not around anymore and she saw it. She saw it, but she's not here to validate it. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get the keys of the kingdom, Lord Penner. Hang on. I'm trying to get a good shot of him. Right there. There's the keys of the kingdom. Right here, center screen. He's all, see these? These are my keys to the kingdom, and nobody else has it but me. They're around my neck, not yours. Excuse me. Look, there's the keys of the kingdom, Lord Fender. He's got it right there. He's all, see my keys, everybody. And before he didn't have these, like there's another outfit he's wearing this chain and they weren't on that outfit. They're only on this white one right here, which is real fucking funny. Dude, I priced these Gucci lines, man. They're like $300 a pop, dude. They're not cheap, man. I'm pretty sure it's fake gold too, gold plated. Yeah. He's all, this is real gold. It's probably like fake gold plated or something though. It's probably leave a green ringer on your shit if you wore it. He's all, this is real. I know it was because I got it from the guy down the street at the pawn shop, and I know it's real. 100% real. I mean, honestly, David's all, yeah, see the keys to my kingdom right here? These are my keys and nobody else has them but me. Let's see where he's at now.
United Nations police nations so that they don't make more nuclear weapons than they should. Russia has gone over that code. All UN laws, you know, the United Nations police nations so that they don't make more nuclear weapons than they should.
Nuclear.
Russia has gone over that code.
Mr. Way Safe, what up, what up? Good to see you in the chat. I think you've been in here before. It's just been a while. Good to see you, man. Smash that like. We're doing live commentary on David's Doomsday Prophecy to America, which is all bullshit. Talk about nuclear.
And they're planning a war against our country.
Ooh, tell us about it. Yeah, it's nuclear. It's nuclear. It's nuclear. He's all nuclear.
And the Lord spoke to me. He says, because You have developed a friendship with me. I'm coming to you to tell you what's going to happen to your nation before it happens.
Ooh, tell us.
And I'm using you to bargain with me against this.
Oh, how are you bargaining
like
with?
Abraham did.
He's all, my bargaining chips is a bag of Big Macs and a 20-piece chicken McNugget. What do you have to bargain with, Jesus?
How many know Abraham was called the friend of God? Jesus says a servant don't know everything his Lord do, but a friend, he tells his friend. Isn't that right?
See how he's putting himself with Jesus? He's taking Abraham out of the picture and being like, oh, I'm God's best friend. I'm like Abraham. He's. Thanks, man. Appreciate you stopping in, Mr. Waysafe. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're getting new commentary going up on the channel here this Friday. I would like to go ahead and start a panel and have people come on and share their side of the story, man. Why they got involved with David Taylor. That's where I'd like to start with. Dude, but look at this piece of shit. See, this guy's an asshole, man. Look at him. He's all, I got keys to the kingdom, and nobody else can have them but me. I mean, really? People believe this guy too, man. People believe this idiot.
Back to God. So I said, maybe if I pay the price like Catherine did and people get out of wheelchairs, America will listen to me.
All this medical equipment right here too. All this medical equipment is fake. It's either a bot or he fucking stole it from somewhere. Story is that he got it from some old folks home and they're actually asking for all this equipment back and he never gave it back to them. Go figure. David takes all these old folks home and just like, oh, you can't. You don't need your walker anymore because you don't need it. I need it more than you do. Right, wish it Karen Wood. You figured he'd know how to fucking pronounce like proper grammar with the Lord working with him 24/7, right? You think the Lord would like educate him properly on how to speak proper English? He's like, well, the Lord told me it's nuclear. It's nuclear, David. Yeah, those are all brand new. Those are like purchased durable medical equipment. It's all, these are all props right here, guys. All this shit's prop right here. It's all props. You probably went to some outlet store and probably bought all that stuff for like $100.
They see miracles, they'll turn around. They'll turn around. I paid the price for that. That manifests out of a few years. People started getting out of wheelchairs. It got greater. But America still didn't listen. As a matter of fact, they'll get on TV and cut down a healing preacher. How many of you have seen that?
Yeah, Lord Pender, you should put that video out. We know we're all props, man. You'll ask God. You're like, hey, God, will you bail me out here? I really need your help. Hey, God, bail me out. I wonder if God told him about all this that was happening with the lawsuit.
Then I prayed again. I said,
Lord,
there got to be something. I said, maybe the word of knowledge as a prophet. If you give me the word of knowledge, calling names, addresses, stuff like that.
And the thing is he just played this video about an hour ago. The thing is, he keeps rerunning these reruns. It's weird. Like, I don't get how YouTube isn't catching on to what he's doing. I really don't with as much as we're reporting him. I mean, he has to have hundreds of thousands of reports by now. Has to, man. Has to. I don't see how he couldn't. I report him. And I put in like, hey, like what he's doing wrong. Even sent him over links that he actually is in a federal lawsuit and they still fucking let him do the bullshit, you know?
Give me that power. So they'll know that you're speaking through me, that maybe they'll listen. That fell on me for some years, and then all of a sudden, nothing happened. I'm back at the drawing board. The saints were blessed, they shouted, but the world didn't listen. Then I said, maybe if I pay the price to raise the dead, and they see me raise the dead, which God is using me to.
Yeah, Mr. Waysafe. David was definitely not a gangster, bro. David was definitely not a gangster. We got pictures of him in band, dude. He was definitely not a gangster. He says he was a gangster. Yeah, they probably reuse the confetti. He's all, hey, Tony, pick up every piece of confetti and we have to reuse it. We need to reuse every piece of confetti. Because I need the extra money for my Big Macs. For my Big Mac fund, because it's getting low. I was a gangster of the Golden Arch. That's what he was, the gangster of, Karen. The Golden Arch. He's us, the Golden Arch gangster. Sometimes the Burger King gangster, but mostly as Golden Arch gangster. Right, Shauna Lloyd. Tony, grab that confetti. Pick it up. Pick it all up.
Raised the dead after that.
Raise the dead. Here we
And
go.
one of them was all on CNN.
Necromancer. Notable. Here we go. Fucking necromancer.
A man that was shot point blank and got killed.
Okay.
God raised him from the dead. And even though that happened, there still was no repentance. I didn't see them turning. And I was exhausted. I was out of everything.
I was out of Big Macs, I was out of fuel, and I had to make a fucking Burger Barn run and go get me a burger from Burger Barn, and I had to go to Krispy Kreme after that so I could make my Luther burger. Because I always eat a Luther burger. I have to go to one place then the other in order to make my Luther burger properly.
I said, God, when is it going to work? How many want America to turn back to God? Because he said this to me, if she do not turn back to him, when her enemies come to attack her, he is not going to save her. He's going to stand there and let those missiles.
Good to hear, Nick Don. Good to have you here this afternoon, man. Thanks for dropping in on the live. Smash that like. We're doing a live commentary to David's Doomsday Prophecy bullshit. And it is. Here we go. This is going to be one of his Doomsday Prophecies. Here we go. We'll listen to it and just listen to the just verbal diarrhea. I mean, David probably has like a lifetime supply of Pepto-Bismol because so much shit just comes out of his mouth.
Come. And they're going to hit major cities. Millions will die. It won't just be thousands like at the trade centers. It's going to be millions.
Millions.
And I can't stand it again.
This asshole.
I can't let that happen again.
I can't let that happen again because I'm a fucking lying sack of shit.
I saw people die at the trade centers.
We all fucking did on the same fucking day, dude. We all saw it. You didn't prophesy shit about it, David. You're just a lying piece of shit. Anybody who thinks David saw the World Trade Center before it happened, he's a fucking liar, okay? Don't listen to him. He's a lying piece of shit. We all saw the trade centers the same day, okay? We all saw it happen the same day. He saw it on the news just as we did, okay? But here he is. I saw the World Trade Center before it happened. I was telling everybody, but nobody would listen to me.
Before it happened. But I knew something bigger than that is coming. And I said, God, I failed you the first time. I didn't know how to get through to this country.
It's one of his bodyguards, Abby. Good to see you too, man. How you doing, Abby? Good to have you in here this afternoon, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Always good to see you, Abby. Always, man. Always look when you drop in and say hi, brother. Always, dude. I'm doing some we're doing live commentary, not us. We are. The Captain Coach General. Oh, Little Caesar's like, look at his fucking outfit, man. Honestly, who the fuck wears this kind of shit? David's like, I do. He's like, I do. Apostle Taylor does. Yeah, one of David's head security guards, yeah. Yep. And David's like, I like to wear these kind of outfits because I look like a fucking clown. I am a clown, so I buy these outfits.
I didn't seek you deep enough. I tried on my own. Thought what would work. Spiritual powers.
He honestly thought his spiritual powers was going to stop the World Trade Centers.
And it wasn't until I went on an 6 to 8 month shut-in, almost a year. I stayed in the church. I did not come out. I said, I cannot come out of here till you tell me.
This guy.
Till you tell me.
He's such a fucking liar, man. Till you tell me. Till you tell me.
Till you tell me what's gonna work.
I wish you Karen would. It's almost like if he did it, like it's almost like you could tie a fucking string to him and he'd float away like a fucking balloon, right? All right, Karen. Oh man. Oh man. He's like, you could tie a string to my leg and I'd float away. The only thing keeping me on the ground is gravity.
What will work? How do I get the American people attention?
That's a good fucking question. How do I get the American people's attention? David, you have a lot of our attentions, that's for sure.
How do I get our attention to listen that something worse than the trade centers is coming? And that if we want your help...
Thor Brynjolfsson in the motherfucking house. Thanks for stopping in, Thor. Yeah, no tear ever falls from his eye either, Karen. He's all, these are fake tears, but
We must humble
I got the keys to the kingdom right here on my chest. Nobody else can have them but me.
ourselves. Because Russia is already planning this. It's already planned. It's done. I said, how? And on that 8 month, he came to me. He walked through the walls. He says, I've come to answer you. And the first thing he said to me, when I saved you, he said, did I do a miracle in front of you? Did I raise somebody from the dead? I said, no, Lord. He says,
talking about raising people from the dead. Come on, man. Mr. Necromancer for hire here. Wonder how much he charges.
He says, did I do a word of knowledge? Did I call your name? Anything? I said, no, Lord. He says, did I do a miracle of healing in front of you? I said, no.
This video was probably done 2018-ish, I'm guessing. Cutlass Supreme. Mikey in the motherfucking house. I think about 2018. Lord Pender, what do you think? It was about 2017, 2018, I'm guessing. Somewhere around there. Yeah, 2018, 2019. We're going to have a nuclear war, David said. We're nuclear war. He's talking about, David, check this out, man. You're so dumb when it comes to the what's going on with Russia, the geopolitics. David, they're losing really bad right now, okay? And for you to come out and say, oh, they're building a fleet of submarines. Yeah, right. Russia is like fucking broke, David. Be much more of an asshole and use much more of a fear tactic to try to fucking gain foothold. We're going to shoot it down every time, David. Russia's fucking buying ammo from North Korea. David, come on, man. Come on, dude. Honestly, like, can't get much more dumber. It was Rosh Hashanah? Yeah, because there's Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur in the background, right?
He says, how did I get your attention? How did I save you?
By throwing you some Big Macs.
I said, you appeared to me in a dream when I was a gangster shooting at people. You appeared to me face to face. You came to me in a dream.
David's never been a gangster either. Let's just all get that clear, okay? David has never, ever been a gangster. The only gangster he's ever been is like fucking gangster of the Golden Arch, man. I'm telling you. That's it. Okay, 2018, 2019. That's what so you're using? Okay. Okay. Yeah, he took a big portion of her money for sure.
And he looked at me, he says, that's the answer. America needs face-to-face with me.
Doesn't need face-to-face with David E. Taylor, though.
Face-to-face was not born out of an experience that I just had to boast about. I've seen Jesus this many times.
Hold up. In the deposition, he can't even fucking remember how, when, or where he saw Jesus. So for him to say, "Oh, I seen Jesus this many times," well, David, in the deposition, you couldn't even fucking remember how many times you saw Jesus. Coincidence or not, David?
It was born out of desperation to turn a nation around.
That's a good one, Lord Pender. I bet they're looking at each other like, this sorry motherfucker was never a gangster. I could see the mom getting home and like, man, our son's a piece of shit. Like, this motherfucker's out there saying he's a gangster. He probably never left the house in his life except to go to school and go back home.
And the Bible says, can a nation be born again in one day? Yes, it can. We're seeing whole Muslim countries where Jesus appears to over 300,000 Muslims in one night in a dream, and they wake up all saved and giving their life to Jesus. How about if America had a face-to-face with Jesus? She will repent.
Holy shit, man. This is the stuff. Oh, man. I remember that person that came in the other night said, this is why I detest the West. I get it now. Like, get assholes like this. Yeah, he's a pantry gangster. I'm a pantry gangster. I like to raid the pantry and that's it, okay? I'm a pantry gangster. I love to raid the pantry. I know, that must be like a custom, custom penguin line. I know, that's funny. They're like, this is the penguin line for short little fucking creepy bastards like David E. Taylor. Later, Lord Pender. Work meeting deuces. Hell, Lord Pender. Bow down, motherfuckers. David, bow down to Lord Pender. Lord Pender in the house. Lord Pender has left the building. David's like, I like to eat grapes. He's all, actually, no, it's not a fast food, so I don't like to eat it because it's not crispy or it's not fried.
I'll never forget when God sent an angel to me in 1986. The angel walked up to me. It was a dream. How many know angels appear in dreams?
Ever notice how David's, it's like, this angel appeared to me, walked up to me, and it wasn't a dream. It's like, he walked up to me, but it wasn't a dream. Well, yeah, David, I'm sure you're not the only one having these kind of dreams, dude, okay? God.
An angel appeared to Joseph in a dream, Mary's husband.
Ooh.
An angel walks up to me in a dream. I'm fasting and praying in the church.
He got real shaky in the breath right there. So he was already shaky in breath right here.
For about 2 weeks, this is in 1986, and he looks at me and said, God sent me to come to you and tell you that he's going to use you to shake America.
You're gonna shake that fucking stage. You keep walking back and forth on it any longer. You're gonna fucking shake it and it's gonna break. You're gonna have to get a new stage. You're gonna have to pay up on your new stage.
And then he turned around and started walking away from me. And I had already had dreams that all nations would come to my crusades. I had had dreams even at that time that I would be in the Colosseums and that
Colosseums. Colosseums. David, come on, man. Colosseums. What are Colosseums? David, this is once again why we're here, is because of this type of shit.
masses would come from all over the world. And I stopped him. He was about to disappear. I said, believe that you could be actually in a room where you know a bomb is about to go off and you know only one person have the power to take that thing out. And you still gonna be talking to them about what you don't like about them. You all gonna die.
No, we're not.
Well, I just don't like his fancy suits. I just don't believe a preacher should come on in there with all that gold stuff on and all them gold chains and
gold chains, and he's got like this. It's again the fucking keys, man. The keys get it, dude. The keys just prove how delusional he really is. He's all, well, in a sense, these are the keys to the kingdom, okay? And they're my keys and you can't have them. These are the type of keys that I like. The keys to the kingdom. Don't touch them, they're mine. I say it. So, don't touch them, they're mine.
His Captain Crunch suits. That's what my enemies call it.
Look, and all these people are sitting here like laughing. They're like, "Oh, this is real funny," and we're fucking sitting here laughing at him, being like, "Yeah, this is fucking funny," because you guys are sitting there laughing and thinking it's all a fucking joke, and he does. Yeah, I need a cheeseburger, fries, and a milkshake. That does sound really good, though, Michael Perry. It really does. And look at him. He's like, I'm actually gonna go get a bowl of Cheerios. That's what I have for breakfast. I don't like Captain Crunches. He's not a good captain. He's not the captain of my ship. Jesus is.
Captain Crunch.
I get it. That's how Jim Jones laughed when he started feeding the fucking Kool-Aid to all his fucking followers before they committed suicide. Or before they, like, ritualistically murdered them.
Dirty idiots.
Dirty idiots.
Dirty idiots.
Dirty idiots.
My enemies say I wear Captain Crunch shoes.
Well, let's take it.
Okay, I'll laugh with you. That's a good one. I'll laugh with you. I told my enemy, I'll laugh with you.
I'm pretty sure he fucking wears Captain Crunch suits. Oh man, look at him. He's like, I don't wear. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll laugh with you. Look at this fucking clown. Look at his fucking suit, David. It is a Captain Crunch suit. We're not your enemies. We just hate the shit you're doing. Like, David, you're probably a pretty cool guy. You take all the glamour and the fucking religion off. It's like, I bet you could probably fucking cook a mean-ass pair of fucking burgers and shit, you know, and make some fucking mean-ass fried chicken. But behind all this shit, like this, David, when you put on this fucking show, you're a complete piece of shit. He's like, oh, my enemies say I wear Captain Crunch suits. Well, you kind of do, dude. Here's proof. He's like, not only do I wear Captain Crunch suits, but I also have the keys to the captain's quarters. I carry them around my neck. That's right, I said it. Like, honestly, I said, oh, my enemies say I wear Captain Crunch. Then he's like, oh, that's a good one. I'll laugh with you. Look at this clown. Oh, man. Then he's got these two lines. I priced these. These are like $300 a pop. And they're Gucci and shit. This whole suit's Gucci.
I said, but what about the preservation of our nation? You may not like me. You may not like what I wear. But can I really explain to you my heart, what I'm doing? Can you understand?
It's kind of hard to understand somebody that's dressed like a fucking serial fucking cartoon. Oh, man.
What I've given up my whole life for, and it started when I was in college, and I knew that was part of my mission.
Oh, what happened to 17 years old when you were a gangster on the street shooting at people and God appeared to you? Now it's all of a sudden it's in college?
To avert a nuclear war in America.
To avert a nuclear war in America?
And a World War III. Because believe me, if America ceased from being a superpower and communism get in, the world is not going to be a better place. So I want all the nations of the world that's listening to me, you need to understand that this is bigger than just a war coming to America.
Chuck, when he ended up looking like a cereal box instead. He's all, hey, Michelle, I have a task for you. Go get me a suit that will make me look like a general. She goes back with this fucking thing. And he's got one where it's for real got fucking stars on it, man. And it's like Gucci or Versace or some shit. And then it's an expensive suit, but it's like, he's like, oh, see my stars? I'm a general. Because I had them sewed on by Gucci, that makes me a 5-star Gucci general. I'm not really a general. I'm a general booty bandit. Nobody knows that, though.
It's going to affect the whole world.
Oh, my God. Well, yeah, nuclear war would affect the whole world, dumbass. That's good.
My thing is, why?
My thing is Whoppers and burgers.
When you help someone who's trying to help you, that God has sent. And sometimes a nation and a generation, their salvation is in submitting to who God sends.
Okay, here we go. He's gonna like start saying that because he's the prophet that God sends. We all need to submit to this slimy sack of shit. So pay attention here.
The Bible says, thus saith the wisdom of God, I will send some of them apostles and prophets, and some of them they shall slay and persecute from city to city. Mm-hmm. I've been sent from the face of the Lord Jesus Christ. Like I've told you before, I can die on pain of death if I'm lying, but I'm not lying. How do you go from shooting at people on the streets at 17 to dropping your gun and drugs after Jesus appears to you? How did Paul go from killing Christians to serving God? He had an appearance.
Oh. Okay, David. You're once again, you're trying to make yourself be like Paul, okay? Jesus. David says my latest appearance was from the Burger King, and he brought me a fucking bag full of Whoppers.
I had the same thing.
Here we go once again.
It changed my life.
Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. Amen. David E. Taylor's the great prophet because he had this fucking vision from Paul, and he's trying to make himself the best prophet ever.
And when Jesus said, David face to face is the answer.
Don't call him David, Jesus. You can't do that.
Then I said, Lord, then what price? I don't know what to call it. What do I have to do to see you appear to every person I go to? What do I have to do to see you appear to 370 million Americans?
I wonder where David is getting his where he's getting his data from on 370 million Americans. This fucking idiot, man. He's all, there's 370 million Americans. I don't really know the actual number, but there's 370 million. I know that for sure.
Turn to you.
This guy, man.
He told me how to do it. And then he told me to write that book. And then he started appearing to whole cities, whole countries. But now it's America's turn. I said, it's America's turn.
It's 332 million, actually, David, okay?
I do not want to fail this. But this time.
That's according to Wikipedia, too, but we don't know what the actual census in America is, I bet. We probably don't know. It says 332 million, but that's probably way off.
I didn't fail in Korea. But God said it's not as simple as Korea. He says the leaders in the church, they must hear this message and they must get on board. He says the leaders in your country, political leaders, must also repent. He says you must call the FDA to repentance, the Food and Drug Administration, who's constantly killing people with their pills and their drugs. And then they have the nerve to kill all our scientists who are discovering cures because they want to keep a multi-billion-dollar operation. God is not going to leave the people in bondage. He will allow another government to come in and destroy our government and change everything. Do that has to happen. Why do God got to do?
He's all, do that has to happen. Nope, he sure doesn't, JB Stone. Go figure. You would think. Thanks for stopping in, Mr. Waysafe. JB Stone, you think he would have his convoy down in Florida, right? To help all those people? Nope, but he sure doesn't. Where is his convoy of miracles now? Deuces, Mr. Waysafe. Mr. Waysafe has left the building. It's a good question, right? Right, JB Stone? David's got this great convoy of miracles. Where's it at, David?
Deal with us on that level.
Matthew Moore in the house.
A lot of the institutionalized racism that goes on through our system.
This is geopolitical David now.
The abortions, the babies we kill every year. There are things, and now this same-sex marriage
None of your fucking business.
is no good. Being gay and being a homosexual is not popular.
Being gay and a homosexual, David, is none of your fucking business, and you should probably cease talking about other people like that, because that really is none of your fucking business what people choose to do with their lives or how they fucking live their life, because in our Constitution, it says life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, right? If that means people want to gay and have same-sex marriage, it means stay the fuck out of their business. How about that, okay? For you to get involved as a fucking church leader too, it just shows how big of a piece of shit you really are. It's none of your fucking business. Yeah, he put out these fake videos. He's in Florida helping. Yep. Doorknob Head, Convoy of Miracles in the same place. The caravan that will take over America is at. Yeah, it's nowhere. It's sitting in the back of his fucking buildings. That's where the Convoy of Miracle is. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, out of all things, it's like, Avi, this guy's the last piece of shit to be talking about marriages and shit like that, right? He's like, oh, we need to talk about marriages and LGBT community. But no, motherfucker, Avi, this guy is, for him to come out and say, oh, this is wrong, David, it's none of your fucking business, okay? What you're actually doing is wrong. You're creating a fucking religious prison, you piece of shit. Let's talk about wrong, David.
It's not popular. Quit making it a fad. It's nasty.
Bet your breath is fucking nasty too. I bet the abuse you do to people is fucking nasty too, you asshole. You're out here fucking talking about this shit, David. Get real, dude. You need to have your fucking head checked. This is the shit that fucking pisses me off, that YouTube allows this piece of shit to come out and talk like this on a protected group. Because I'm a prophet. I'm an apostle, so I can talk like this because God does. God says it's okay. God says it's okay I can talk like this.
And they want to take over our country with that homosexuality crap. Let me tell you something. The demon principality of homosexuality is coming down in America. Shout to the Lord.
Pretty sure it's not, David. And for you to come out and say this kind of shit shows how fucking delusional you are. This shows how much more you need to be fucking stopped, okay? This shit right here, even though this was some years ago, David, this just shows how even more fucking delusional your piece of shit ass is. For you to come out here and say, oh, there's gonna be stopped because we're gonna do it and praise God. For you to bring God into that fucking conversation? Come on, dude. God isn't gonna fucking help you.
Like you're going crazy. These demons are trying to incite judgment to our country. But the Christians got to stand up. We got to decree and proclaim boldly as kings. That ain't happening here. That's going to stop here.
Goddamn right, Chuck Wood. How the fuck does YouTube allow this piece of shit to continue on with the fucking hate speech? I have never fucking spoke like this guy does. I cuss shit like that. But I never ever referred to like genitalia, homosexuality, LGBTQ community, anything of this sort. Ever. If I did, my channel would be fucking taken the fuck down, dude. YouTube would be like, oh, give me your channel. You said this. You can't do that. But yo, you put a sack of shit asshole like David coming up here preaching a fucking doomsday prophecy and it's all cool. What the fuck, man? You know, I would like to think that the lawyers would mention YouTube in the fucking federal lawsuit, because the fact that we've put David's name as spam and misleading content and YouTube is still allowing him to fucking run his bullshit scam, I would like to think that they would take that into account. Like, well, you're allowing him to operate on your platform to scam this money. He's been taking money in off your platform. This is where my head is really fucking confused. This is where the disconnect is once again with the system, man. It's all about money. All about money, man. Look at his fucking baggy ass fucking Captain Crunch pants here too. But yeah, if I were to do the same shit that David's doing, my channel would be taken down immediately, man. I would be taken down. I would lose monetization. All my subscribers, views, everything would be taken down, and my channel would be gone. No questions, no answers. Just fuck. Nah, I'm taking down. That's it. This is legitimate, like, inciting violence against a protected group. It really is. This is what fucking hate speech looks like. It's very subtle, guys. It's very subtle. When you put God in the mix, it makes it all cool.
Oh, brother, that's hate speech. We get a lot of homosexuals saved here. They get delivered here.
Bullshit. It's a fucking lie.
Come on, y'all ain't talking to me. Homosexuality is not normal. It is.
David, you know homosexuality is in the Bible too, right? Like, that shit was like there in the times of Jesus. All right, get the fuck out of here. Homosexuality's been around a lot longer than you have, okay?
Not natural. It's demonic.
Your fucking hairline's demonic too.
And now that spirit has come in the church. You got a lot of pastors that's gay, bishops that's gay.
David's like, I'm one of them. I just don't tell anybody.
Twitching and got so much sugar in their hips.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Fucking David.
Put it on here.
Well, what do you mean you're in the...
The all purchase price?
Well, that's a question. What's the
guess-
purchase price?
I'm just asking him if he understands that.
Yes, of course.
I mean, you just...
Do you know what the purchase price of the project
Yes,
is?
I do. It's
How much is it?
$2.5 million.
Okay.
And we are putting down a total of $500K. We've only put down $250 at this time.
Boy, he's got a pretty soft ass fucking voice here, right? We got Mr. Lotion voice here, David, right? Right. But now he's all, we put down 250,000
And
towards the 500.
the $606,500 is the lease. Now, as you know, that
This fucking
a lease
dumb
for
shit.
that amount of money. This was a
Yes, this is this guy, Doorknob Head. Yes. 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 Piece of shit fucking confirmed. Yes. I'm not dogging on you, but did you just make the connection now? You just made the connection, Doorknob Head? Yeah, it's this fucking piece of shit right here. It's this guy, bro. Doorknob Head, yeah. Smash that like and subscribe if you're new here. We've been tracking this guy, dude. He's in Doorknob Head. Quick update, man. If you're catching up, all right, I'll throw you a quick update here. David is currently, he's been served a federal lawsuit, okay, for the amount of $2.2 million because of what he did. Doorknob Head is what he did is he contracted this stage company out of Florida, right, to build this stage, right? Because he was going to go around the world and do a Miracle Arena Crusades with Jim and my Global International, and he was going to buy a jumbo jet too. Right. So check this out. So he contracts his company to build a stage, right? He fucking sticks the bill. He was supposed to be paying $70,000 a month on the stage, right? Fucking stupid ass idea. So what he does, he was supposed to stick to this contract to have this stage built, and he didn't, man. And now the company is now suing him for damages and liabilities. Nah, we don't think this one's peanuts to him, man. This one's gonna go deep, dude. And why it's gonna go deep, Doorknob Head? Check it out, right? Because he was buying properties up which is all over the fucking news on the internet, while he was supposed to be paying the bills. Doorknob head, check the lawsuit on my channel, bro. Dude, these people are pissed and they want their money. Who knows, man? Who knows? This is his pattern of behavior, though. But look at the lawsuit, man. Dude, this is big. The lawsuit, he's not going to stick this one, man. There's no way that this company is going to want their money. Dude, he was building this stage, Doorknob Head, right during the pandemic when fucking lumber prices were the highest, bro. Like lumber prices were 300% during the pandemic, man. What was it for a sheet of plywood? $100 for 3/4 inch plywood is $100 per sheet, maybe more. Shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. Yeah, it's a deep cut, dude. It's a deep cut, man. It really is. It's a deep one for him, man. And but yeah, it's this guy, man. It's this piece of shit. So the deposition was in 2015, right? And he's kept progressing on. But what he's been doing, he bought Nellie's old house, dude. He just bought an $8.4 million house down in Florida, right? He's bought places all up over St. Louis and Chesterfield area. He just had a house given to him down in Ocala. You know, doing a lot of shady shit, not paying his bills. And what's making this federal is the fact that he went over state lines and was doing business. He's doing business down in Florida, and he's a nonprofit out of Missouri. So this is going to be a deep cut for him, man. But look at how he's like,
oh, well, we don't know about that money.
Let's jump back and forth, though. Hang on.
The personal situation we worked out with the owner.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand what she's trying to understand.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean,
And it's not legal, I can tell you that, because anything...
Legal?
No. Anything that deals with land must be in writing.
Yes.
And you have a lease that expires in 2016.
And you really do. When anything is done, when you buy a property, it has to be put in paper. But you can get lawyers to do that. You can.
I just don't think you probably have all the documents here. But
okay, they were subpoenaed and you're supposed to have them. Okay, David.
We should have more than that. So I would rather you ask about that, because we just got out of
What's the property called?
Temp pitch.
TI?
Yeah. That's the. I'm sorry. That's the
Street.
Yeah.
Street name.
Temp pitch. Yeah.
But they call it the...
PAIGE.
He does. So somebody brought it up one day. Somebody else in our chat. I think it was like Lone Star 131 or something. He's all, man, this motherfucker, like, listen to his fucking soft lotion ass voice, like fucking, like some fucking Jergens aloe vera, fucking extra fucking soft, extra moist.
Fuck yeah, listen to him. He's all, towards the residential
They call
center.
it the residential center. And the $250,000 check is written on October 24th. To understand...
But hold on, let's go back to the very beginning where it's like he was really like real soft about it.
Mr. Taylor, you heard us discuss the subpoena duces tecum and the items that were requested to be produced.
Just now? Yes.
Okay.
Just now?
Yes. Okay.
Sugar in their wrists. Every time they walk or move their hand, I'm like, a real man, when we see that, we're like, what?
And you understand there's a court order that indicates that you have to produce these items?
Yes.
Okay. For
Yes.
item number 2, where we're asking for, I'm sorry.
And after, I know we're back on the deposition, but remember how he's just like, oh, well, I guess you just don't have all the stuff we asked for. She's like, okay, you understand there's a court order. We're asking for all this paperwork. And he's like, yes, I understand. So once again, fucking perjured himself, the piece of shit.
Let's go back to item number 1,
So yeah,
where we're asking for bank
Yeah.
statements. Would you agree that when somebody does a direct wire transfer from their account to another account, that there would be a bank statement that would reflect that for the receiving party?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
And can you produce,
course.
consistent with the subpoena, the bank statements which show Deborah Frazier's wire
Fucking
transfer?
asshole.
Yes. Of course.
of course.
You see, okay, listen how loud, fucking soft his voice is.
One eye big, one eye small. What's that?
What an asshole! Listen to him. What a fucker.
You know, because a real one, we don't even know how to move our hand like that. All that bending and twitching and stuff. You can tell them got that sugar in their tank because God didn't make no man to move like that.
David's all, I move like that when I'm behind closed doors. You guys just don't see it.
That's right, I said it.
That's right, I said it.
If you got sugar in your way, something wrong with you. Huh?
I would like to think this is probably at one of the points he started losing a lot of followers right here. So this is one of his points where like people are like, yeah, I'm the fuck out of here.
That's right, I said it. Some of these guys, they're so...
You could tell like some of the women that are just sitting there fucking disgusted. They're like, are you serious? This guy's really talking like that?
They're so feminine, you know, they be talking... Get some...
Do you want to tell me, is that still the 30-day?
Yeah, we'll produce them within 30 days prior to the January 9th date if the documents exist.
He's indicated they do. So you have bank statements that show wire transfers if they were given from Deborah Frazier's account?
Yes.
Okay. And I understand that on bank statements, it may not...
Never CH in the house, Amy C in the house. I know we're listening to his voice here.
show only Deborah Frazier's deposit being made, but you obviously have bank statements that show various deposits that are made that would include Deborah Frazier's.
Yeah, well, yeah, if she wired it.
Durham bass in your voice.
He's like, I'm David Taylor and I'm a fucking chauvinist pig. Rah.
Look at that
What's
guy.
wrong with you? I know you didn't pop out of the womb talking like that. Put some bass in it. Give God a shout of praise if you know the principality of homosexuality. Put some bass in it and get delivered. Now give God a shout of praise if you know the principality of homosexuality is coming down in this generation.
Yeah, if you're going to a church like this, man, you better fucking check your leader.
Oh, they have the nerve to say in the church, I know it could be true for some people, they'll say stuff like, oh, you know, if you preach on something like that, you must be struggling with it. The devil is a lie. I don't struggle with that.
Yeah, it's probably you. Amy brought up a good point. Yep. He thinks you protest too much. Look at him. He's all.
I like what God made me to like. Oh, they have the nerve to say in the church, I know it could be true for some people, they'll say stuff like, oh, you know, if you preach on something like that, you must be struggling with it. The devil is a lie. I don't struggle with that.
Look at him. What a fucking asshole. He's all.
He's like, I don't struggle with that. Bust a move.
But God made me to like.
Put some bass. Yeah, they see Jesus but don't act like him. Right, Matthew Moore? Right? Imagine if a young idealistic prosecutor heard this lotion voice guy in court and had sympathy for him, then heard his hate speech prosecutor, this mother fluffer. Yeah, a doorknob. Yeah, good possibility. Did you see the fucking crowd just now? No way. Holy shit. Watch these two clowns right here. Watch these two guys. Holy shit. Hold on. Watch these guys. Right here.
Hello?
Do you see those two fucking guys right there? Those right there. They're like imitating him. Holy shit.
Oh, he preached on that because he's sure that's the devil, isn't it? I don't struggle with that. Better get out of here with that foolishness. No, I'm 100%, 200% real man.
David, the reports we got from some of the women in that cult that you're actually a fucking raging flamer. And it's okay, David. Like it's okay to be gay, okay? It really is. Especially it's 2022, dude. Nobody's gonna care.
That's right. I'm gonna tell you something.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Our nation is in trouble, but we can turn it around.
Goddamn right, Chuck Wood. How the fuck does David come up with the brass to talk about sexuality considering all the marriages he's ruined? Thank you, Chuck Wood. That is one thing we try to talk about here all the time. This asshole with his keys to the kingdom strapped around his gold chain. This asshole has the fucking brass to stand up there, talk about the LGBTQ community, marriages, relationships, when all this piece of shit does is just fucking stomp on every single fucking one of them. David, you need to have your fucking head checked.
And I'm an apostle that has been sent to the country.
No, that's just what you fucking told yourself, David. You're not an apostle sent to the country. You're a fucking apostate. You're a piece of shit.
I believe that even this turnaround, and I'm not a political person.
I'm not a political person, but he was just talking about like political shit just a minute ago. He's like, I'm not political, but I like to talk about political stuff.
But I'm going to say this. Every year God will speak to me about the election, and he wouldn't say nothing to me. And the more I watched him, I'm like, you know, this couldn't be our president. But I didn't say nothing. That's one thing about me as a prophet. See, some prophets get in trouble because they want to speak on issues that God ain't even talking to them. I don't care if God has talked to you every year. If he don't say nothing, just shut up.
Just shut up. If God don't say nothing, dude, just shut up.
No, David, you shut up, you fucking clown. Yeah, a lot of these people aren't self-aware, doorknob head. You got assholes like David like this right here that are just, oh man, look at him, he's like, I wish this microphone was a corn dog. But you notice, doorknob head, how he makes himself is spiritually inferior to everybody else. He's like, oh, I'm the prophet and apostle. God sent me here for this nation, and I'm the only one, and there's nobody else. It's just me, David E. Taylor. Like, he really fucking forces it down your throat.
Sometimes he's trying to keep it a mystery from you until he's ready for you to know about it. But ever since he's got in office, the first bill he signed was for the preachers so that the world wouldn't come in and take our 501c3 status.
Oh, we're coming after your fucking 501c3 status, you lying sack of shit. I know what the fuck you're doing. Yeah, we're coming after it, dude. You're goddamn right.
Now, it don't matter what you think about Trump. He's already president, and as a Christian, we're supposed to pray for him. It don't matter what you think about Trump. He's already president status. Ever since he's got in office, the first bill he signed was for the preachers so that the world wouldn't come in and take our 501c3 status.
Okay, let's talk about the 501c3 status that David is fucking abusing. First of all, right? David is indeed abusing the 501c3 status. Marley, go lay in your chair. Marley, go lay in your chair. No, your chair back here. Over there. Hold on. Marley, come here. Back here in your chair. No. No, come here. Come here. Right here. Come here. Right here. Up here. Come on. Right here, buddy. Okay, good boy. Okay. Yeah, the piled up medical equipment, right? And that's what these churches value so much as their tax exempt status. Because everywhere they go, oh, tax exemption, we're a church, tax exemption. But at the end of the day, the tax exemption, I mean, it's bullshit. David's like, do I get a tax exemption on my Big Macs because I'm a church? Nope, it doesn't work that way. Only certain shit. Fuck yeah, it's a corn dog mic. Yep. That's a theological problem. Matthew Moore, yeah. Theological problem with the NRA and similar schools of thought. Everyone thinks they're an apostle or prophet and everyone should be under them. It's not biblical. Yeah, 100%, man. Mark Gilroy, he's still in lockdown, man, but he's also in a federal lawsuit, man. He's in a federal lawsuit. Thanks for following, man. I appreciate you stopping in. Mark Gilroy, I'll jump you in real quick. He's facing a federal lawsuit for $2.2 million and counting. That's just fees. Okay, that's not interest, or that's not lawyer fees. Yeah. He's in deep shit right now, Mark Gilroy. He's got to pay up a lot of money to a lot of people right now. He's gonna lose some of these houses. He's gonna lose some of these houses that he bought. I'm wondering why the fucking judge hasn't told him don't touch a fucking dime of your money, don't sell any houses, don't buy anything, don't move anything, don't take any money in, no donations, nothing, stop everything. But it's funny the way our laws protect the fucking rich and greedy, man. And the laws here, Mark, are protecting David. They will continue to protect David until we do something about it, which is why I file fraud against him, man. This is why I file fraud against him, because I know for a fact he's committing fraud. And he's like, oh, they don't want us to take our 501c3 status. Yeah, bottom line, he's a fucking bully, man. He's a spiritual bully, dude. It's exactly what he does. He spiritually bullies people into believing that he's this great fucking prophet. And look at him. He's a fucking lying heap degenerate, man.
Now, it don't matter what you think about Trump. He's already president. And as a Christian, we're supposed to pray for him.
I bet he didn't pray for Biden.
He may have his problems, but one of the things I've seen, he is protecting the church.
That's all he really gives a fuck about. Oh, as long as he protects my interest, that's all I care about. I just care that he protects the church. I don't give a fuck. He doesn't got to do anything for anybody else, just me.
Because the government, they want to come in and tax us on all the billions of dollars we get in revenue. He said, we're going to stop that. Give God a shout of praise for that.
Give God a shout of praise for that, David. You're going to get your fucking tax exempt status revoked too. I need to send out the fraud reports this week. I haven't done it yet. Yeah, don't even sweat it, Mark Gilroy. Hit that like and subscribe, man. Appreciate you being here. And that's, we don't understand either why people see any good in him. That's the $1 million question. Why do people see any good in him? I know there's abuse going on, man. It's actually it's like, I don't know, man. Put all the properties together. He just bought an $8.4 million property. He still has 4 point something on that. Posta. I know he's all posta. Does that mean pasta?
The next thing he does, all the other presidents could have put an embassy in Israel.
Here we go, Israel.
Israel gave us land free for $1 to put an...
Yes, they do, Chickpea, 100%. They have to keep their ass out of fucking politics. That's the deal. You gotta keep your fucking greasy little fucking fingers out of politics. Chickpea? You're absolutely right. They have to stay out of politics. You're absolutely right about that. And I have the 501c3 exemption. This is just kind of an outline, right, of what's allowed when it comes to business and politics. And there's so much just to decode this. Like here's consequences of political campaign activity. Okay. This is for a church, 501c3. Okay. Consequences of political campaign activity. When it participates in political campaign activity, a church or religious organization jeopardizes both its tax-exempt status under IRC 501c3 and its eligibility to receive tax-deductible contributions. In addition, it may become subject to an excise tax on its political expenditures. This excise tax may be imposed in addition to revocation, or it may be imposed instead of revocation. Also, the church or religious organization should correct the violation, right? Yeah, I get you, Mark. My bad, dude. Yeah. Yeah, and I tried to mix it up a little bit, man, because I want to keep the content different, you know. But I got to keep on David until we move on to the next one. The only way David's going to be stopped is until we stop him completely. And I'm waiting for a call. I'm waiting for a call that he's been stopped. And it'll be a certain call. It's not going to be like, yeah. Let's see. Like there's a whole section here about goods and services, like basically how they're basically running their church like a business. They really are. Like that's the whole thing behind the 501c3 is like they have to uphold there's a lot of really, like, to maintain the 501c3 status as a church, like you have to do certain things, right? You can't just take the exemption and not do shit. And that's exactly what David's doing. He's taking the exemption without upholding to the 501c3, which is absolute fucking bullshit. Because if I was doing this, I'd be in prison. I'd be in jail. They'd be like, sorry, yeah, you're going to prison. That's exactly how it would go down for me or Mark Gilroy or anybody else. We'd go to jail, no questions asked, and that would be the end of the story. They'd throw you up, fucking lock away the key, and yeah, that would be it. But David, it's all good. They get to get away with it because they're using a 501c3. That's just the way the system works, man. Benefits the rich and the greedy. And we talk about it all the time that David is doing some really illegal stuff with the 501c3. And, you know, that's why I keep tell everybody to file fraud against him now, especially. He's going to fucking federal court, man. If any time to file fraud against him is now, because he's going to federal court. They're going to start looking up tax ID numbers. They're going to be like, holy shit, this guy's got fucking multiple tax ID numbers? Okay, yeah, we need to look a little bit deeper into what's going on here. That's how I would like to think that's going to go down. If he's going to federal court, they look at shit like that. They don't just look at his names. They're going to start looking at tax ID numbers, filing, shit like that. They're going to start looking at applications for the tax ID numbers. They're going to look at everything. They're going to subpoena those records from the IRS. These people don't fuck around. David might think it's all good and like this, that he's just going to sit there and say, oh, you need to ask my lawyer, Michelle. You need to ask Michelle. Well, no, these lawyers don't play like that, David. These lawyers want answers. And if you don't give them answers, they just hold you in contempt and they'll just fucking put you in prison, dude. So that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Ran a bit of a live this afternoon, which is pretty cool. Thanks everybody for stopping in. I just wanted to do kind of a live, show once again that David is, look, here we go. Let's do his money bagging. Let's get him on a money bagging rant. These are the best right here before we wrap it up.
In Jesus' name. Lift it up. Lord, I loose before we leave, before the glory of God comes. The Lord just said to me, he says, David, before I come in here, I want the people to sow to the work. How many of you know that we need this for America, the mission? Come on, I can't hear you. Ushers, I want you to pass out an offering envelope very quickly. Do it quickly. I want everyone to get one. The power of God is about to flow in here in a different way. Hurry up.
Look at how many fucking different forms of payment he takes. Look at this. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous. His money rants are the best.
Ushers, I want you to get the offering envelopes because the Lord is about to move in here face to face.
Fucking Bitcoin?
Raise your hand if you don't have an offering envelope. Do it quickly. I want to move very quickly on this.
Quickly. Just like Jim Jones. Quickly. I want to move very quickly. On this. Quickly.
I expect a miracle. Do y'all have one over here? Do y'all have one over here?
Hey, Doorknob Head, did you see Elvis? Did you watch that movie, Elvis? Yeah, anybody out there, if David owes you money, time to get your lawsuit in, man. If you want to get your lawsuit in, let me know. If David owes you money, let me know. I'll put you in touch with the right people. If David owes you money, let me know. You don't even need to tell me how much it is. Just if he owes you money, let me know and I'll put you in touch with the right people. If you're pissed at David and he owes you money, let me know. I know it's like, okay, it's a new movie.
Raise your hands if you have one. Don't have any. Lord,
So I expect some Big Macs today.
I want to say this. How many of you want to see America turn back to God?
Oh, I do, but not by you, David, because you're not going to do it. He is. He's the banana public dictator.
I'm going to say this. Dr. Kwam, when we were fighting for Korea, she said, God told me to sow $300,000 to your ministry.
Oh, so he got 300 grand from Korea. Okay.
To help turn the war around in Korea. I'm sowing this for our nation and honoring you as a prophet.
Right? If a Luther Burger could talk.
I believe her seed helped to turn it around. How many of you know when you honor a prophet, God blesses you? Come on, I can't hear you. I want you all, I don't want the money. I want you to give it to the work.
He's like, I don't want the money, but look at all these fucking ways you can give money to me.
Face to face. It's the movement that's going to turn it around. Now, everyone who don't have an offering envelope, raise your hands real quickly.
This guy's taking in fucking Bitcoin. He's taking in NFTs. This fucking guy. He's like, oh, I'm going to take in NFTs. Nope, he doesn't do live services anymore, Mark Gilroy. That's part of the gig. That's part of the fucking get down on the 501c3. He's got to maintain live services, and he's not doing that. He's got this big ass keys. He says, I have a bigger set of keys to the kingdom than you do. Look at this fucking set of keys in the background. Holy shit. He's all, I need a really big set of keys to the kingdom. The prophets and the keys right here. These are real gold keys. They're keys to the kingdom. I had to have them made specially. It's a fucking bowel movement.
I want everyone to take one.
Look at the keys in the background, though. They're fucking huge.
And I want you to write on there, the deliverance for America on the back. Deliverance for America. Deliverance for America. Who does not have an offering envelope? Raise your hands high. Raise your hands high. Ushers, give them these hands. Deliverance for America.
I need the biggest set of the keys to the kingdom because that way nobody else will have them. Only I can carry them. Only I can carry the weight of the keys. Oh man. No, the arena tour isn't happening, Mark Gilroy. No, it can't because the stage isn't finished, man. He can't do this. He can't do the arena without the stage. Hey, Kent. The Glad man. Got to get the Glad man over because he's fucking David's still in the Glad man's pants. Oh man. Yep, arena tour isn't happening now. It never was. It never was, Mark Gilroy. That arena tour was never happening in the first place, my man. That was all part of his bullshit ass show. Never happening, never was. He can't afford it. Never has been, never will be. Nope, won't happen. Not happening. The set is sitting down at the fucking place where it's being built and gathering fucking fees for storage, man. $4,000 a month, dude. This is real, dude. The lawsuit is a real deal for him, man. The lawsuit is a real deal for David. And it's the 21st of every month is $4,000. Since June 2021 of last year. So June of last year, right? Since June of last year, it's $4,000 a month for storage. I know, right, Steve Reichert? What do you do to his hair, right, brother? He fucked up, man. He is in such bad shape, Mark Gilroy. Same, Steve. David's in really bad shape. Yeah, he doesn't do his hair though. That's what he did. That's what he did. He doesn't do anything to it. Yeah, he should just chop it off, right, Steve? He should just chop that shit off. Probably work better. But look at the fucking size of him, though, man. He's like, Tony, come pick these keys up. These are the keys to my kingdom, and you can't touch them. But come pick them up and put them over here. You can't touch them, though. He's like, these are my keys, and my keys only. Nobody has the biggest set of keys than David E. Taylor. My keys are the biggest. Oh, man. It's like, these keys unlocked the pearly gates. Okay, that's why they're here. God gave them to me. God gave me these keys and nobody else, okay? Absolutely ridiculous. He should definitely get a number one. He's like, the number one is actually my favorite. I actually like a number one supersized. And then what I do is, once I get the number one supersized, I go to Krispy Kreme donuts. I deconstruct my burger right there at the counter at Krispy Kreme, and then I fill in all the bread with donuts instead. And then I eat the burger right there in front of Krispy Kreme. I don't even wait to get out of Krispy Kreme. I build my Luther burger right there at the Krispy Kreme counter. That's a good question, right, Cutlass? That's a good one. That's a good one. It's like Michelle got herself caught up in this cult. Now it's in a federal lawsuit, and she's going to be named in that lawsuit. Owned by Early Warning Service. Yeah, they take all kinds of form of payments. Oh, look, they took it down. Look, they took it down. They're doing a reaction on it. Look, they took it down. This video is unavailable because we saw that you were doing a reaction on it. We're not going to let you play it anymore. That's the kind of shit that happens. Look, for real. They're like, he was doing a reaction on our video. We need to take it down.
I'm not talking about wired ones.
Okay, yeah, she gave her a check or cash. Right. All of that's recorded.
All of that's recorded.
And where is she physically?
No harmful pesticides. High quality ingredients. Stonyfield Organic. Good on purpose.
Time to sell your ride? Just go to CarMax.com, enter your info, and get a real offer that's good for 7 days.
Yeah, Cutlass, they're gonna start over.
That's card selling reimagined.
Yep, they'll pull it all out and they'll start back over.
Physically in St. Louis, but she's currently bedridden because she's pregnant.
That's how they do these 501c3 scams, is they take a loss and they start over. That's the scam.
Where does she work out of?
You asked that earlier at the 5209 Trail Oaks.
Michelle, it doesn't fucking matter. Just answer the question, okay? She's not there for your fucking entertainment.
She works at the same with Angel and Bashira,
She works there, yes.
but does not live there.
She does not live there.
All right, then we asked for all paperwork reflecting the $7,500 deposit made into the bank account ending 2449 on August 27th, 2014. Not limited to copies.
I do have permission for this from JMMI Cult Watch, by the way, everybody, okay? This is David E. Taylor, JMMI Cult Watch channel. And, yeah.
The check, tithe
Very good friend of mine.
envelopes, deposit tickets, paperwork, showing how much was deposited, deposit ledgers, general ledgers, notes, spreadsheets, anything and all information that will show the source of the $7,500 donated to JMMI on August 27th, 2014. And what did you bring?
Here we go.
I think you took it back.
Keep in mind, everybody, Michelle knew she was going to be fucking deposed, right? And she shows up fucking empty-handed like a dumbass.
Said, oh, well, we just didn't know what you guys needed. Well, this is what we got.
I think was it one sheet?
No, Mark Gilroy, it's one of his concubines, man. They call it what you want, but it's a concubine. Michelle's a concubine. You know what, Mark? And you can equal Michelle Brannon to Ghislaine Maxwell, dude. That's who you can relate Michelle to. Michelle and Ghislaine are the same people.
Okay, can we have this marked, please, as is it 2 sheets?
No, those are 2 separate things.
That's what I said, is it 2 sheets? Who does the banking?
Okay, now remember in the deposition, David said Michelle does all the baking. Okay, now here we go.
Referencing what? Banking?
Depositing checks.
That would be La Marcia McDonald.
Is La Marcia?
It's La Marcia.
Okay, so La Marcia does the banking, so she's the one that does all the checks. I know for a fact that La Marcia is like, she's got the credit too.
Ashley Ware will make deposits.
Yeah, for real, Mark Gilroy. David sleeps around with a lot of women, man. He's sleeping around with a lot of women.
And you supervise and oversee these.
Hi, David.
I'm sorry, where'd you make it?
They're both 2-1 and 2-2, just so they're not, if they get lost, we'll know they're part of the same.
I'm going to ask you to identify deposition exhibit 2-1 and then deposition exhibit 2-2.
She's gonna start playing dumb here.
Okay, the deposition 2-1 is a counter credit. Looks like it was a deposit made for $7,500 on 8/27/2014.
And at what bank?
Bank of America.
He used one of the shittiest banks out there.
He's Bank of America.
You know what, Mark? They all see like some sort of hope in him, man. They all see some sort of hope in him, like there's something greater and something better that he can lead them to. And in actuality, there's really not, man. It's all a scam. It's all a cult. It's all a full-blown cult, man. It really is. And Michelle's right in the middle of it in this federal lawsuit. Michelle, you're in another lawsuit. You're going to be deposed again, Michelle. So is David, and probably a lot of the other people in your cult. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. little tired. I think I'm gonna take a nap today. But you have a good day. Thanks for stopping in, checking out this commentary with me. I mean, the other video, David took it down. Look, this video is unavailable. This video is unavailable. David took it down because they saw I was doing commentary on it, so they took it down. Like they took it down. For real, like this is what they do. That was his. Oh, did they put another one up?
I did this multiple times. So I got to the point I said,
They put
I'm
up
gonna get
another
those
one.
demon chips out of here.
Look at this shit. This is what I mean,
When
man.
I would do my fast, I'll get rid of all the food.
This
all
is
the
what
chips.
I mean. He takes one
And then I
down
would break it again
and puts up another one right
run
after
to the
it.
store and go get them.
Look at this shit. This is the shit I'm talking about. For real. They take one down and they put up another one right behind it. Look at this.
That's how rebellious I was. That's how my flesh couldn't do it at that time.
At that
That's
time.
why you
For real. It just aired this video and he put it up
Other
again.
people's spiritual.
This is proof he's running all his content off a virtual machine. Like he can't put any new content up because he's so fucking full of shit. He's got to run it all off a virtual machine.
Experiences to develop a hunger in you that'll pull you out of where you are.
Oh man. Yeah, y'all have a good afternoon, man. I'm gonna cut it out. Look, this is what we're up against. This guy keeps posting the same shit and YouTube just keeps allowing it, but all right, man. Y'all have a good